So, hello, Michael. Our topic for discussion today is Hyperbot's process specific copilot architecture. Michael, I just wanted to understand from you Hyperbots talks about process specific copilots instead of one monolithic bot. What does that mean in practice?
Well, each Copilot is a purpose built micro product on an agentic AI platform. The invoice processing Copilot is engineered for straight through invoices. The vendor management Copilot knows all the W-9 rules, sanctions, and onboard steps. The payment Copilot handles scheduling, approvals, and bank files. Each specialist does their piece and then hands it off to the next as needed.
Amazing, amazing. So, how deep is the domain specific training that is done for, let's say, each of these copilots?
Well, the invoice copilot is pre trained on millions of invoice forms, the vendor copilot on identity documents, and the expense copilot on receipts. So accuracy is greater than 98% on day one, excuse me. Competing our robots or RPAs start at about 50 or 60% accuracy.
Yeah, I see that RPS typically operate at 50 to 60%. So that's very good to hear that AI bots stand at 98% plus. Uh, if every copilot is a specialist, let's say in some sense, do you still share components to avoid redundancy?
Absolutely. Reusable agents. The GL recommender sits in a library, so the invoice, accrual, and payment copilots can all call the same agent, but feed it different contexts.
Oh, okay. Can you just share an example of these co-pilots collaborating in real life?
Sure. When an invoice copilot extracts sales tax lines, it pings the tax verification copilot for jurisdiction and specific rates. At payment time, the payment copilot queries invoice copilot to reconcile, the voucher before releasing the funds. The hands-off is all API based.
Oh, okay. So I understand this, but how does this architecture scale when, workflows kind of get complex? How does that happen?
Sure, the Agentic platform orchestrates tasks across various copilots. For a new entry, we just enable the needed modules, and the specialist will auto scale.
Oh, okay, amazing. Competitively, where do generic automation, suits fall apart? I just want to understand as compared to this agentic platforms.
Sure. They offer one broad engine. Their bolt on scripts for tax, GL, vendor checks lead to poor accuracy and productivity gains. Hyperbots delivers deep process specific logic out of the box. No separate tax engine is needed, no third party GL mapper, and reusable agents means less duplication.
Amazing. So help me understand. How do you build these company specific nuances into these individual co-pilots that you're talking about?
Through no code rules and data sets, we loaded
Okay.
our project codes, invoice copilot learning them overnight, and the vendor copilot, we added a custom cyber risk field. No development sprint is required.
Okay. So what you're saying is you can add custom fields. Amazing. So just help me understand from a user experience standpoint. Does having multiple co-pilot complicates the user that is using these co-pilots or complicates the user experience?
Not at all. Users see a single portal. Which copilot runs behind the scenes is abstracted. A
Okay.
clerk just clicks an invoice card. Invoice copilot and tax copilot coordinate it transparently.
Oh, so what you're saying is the coordination goes in the backend while the user only sees the UI. Amazing. That's amazing. Can you give
Yes.
a tangible ROI example tied to these specific process design?
Yes, the vendor onboarding uses to take up to 4 days. Vendor Copilot Plus Invoice Copilot reduces it to 15 minutes because identity verification and initial invoice readiness happens in one pass.
Amazing. So that's a pretty strong ROI case. So also, I wanted to understand, how do these co-pilots learn from human across the processes?
It's a good question. Overrides in any module flow back to the shared agents. So if AP corrects a GL code, the GL recommender updates and Accrual Copilot benefits instantly from a single learning loop.
Okay, I see. So some vendors, they claim reuse too. What differentiates Hyperbot's approach here?
Yeah, a lot of competitors reuse code snippets. We reuse trained agents and carry their own model and metrics. They're plug and play across workflows, which keeps maintenance effort to a minimum.
Got it, got it. And last, a couple of questions more on the performance metrics side. So how do you monitor the performance across such many copilots that you're using?
A unified dashboard shows agent latency, exception counts, and STP rates per process. If GL recommender accuracy drops, you will see it across the invoice and accrual modules simultaneously.
Got it, got it, got it. And could you, for this interview, summarize the competitive edge of these process-specific copilots?
Yes, specialists beat generalists. High accuracy, fast development, and seamless collaboration. Hyperbots delivers that while competitors judge generic bots and integration. For most, it translates to an 80% productivity gain and a 99% accuracy end to end.
Got it. So that was an amazing insight from your side, Michael, and I loved hearing your perspective. Thank you, Michael, for taking out your time. Thank you for having this interview with us. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.